Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. Space Academy, USA, in the world beyond tomorrow, 2350 AD. Here, the Space Cadets train for duty on distant planets. In roaring rockets, they blast through the millions of miles from Earth to far-flung stars and brave the dangers of cosmic frontiers, protecting the liberties of the planets, safeguarding the cause of universal peace in the age of the conquest of space.
Attention, all squadrons from command. Blast off 0-4. Raise ship in assigned order. End transmission.
Astro, did you find him?
Yeah, I sure did, and just in time, too. He and Eric Radisson were squaring off to see who could knock whose teeth in.
Yeah, and if you hadn't butted in, that creep would be on a liquid diet.
Blast you, Roger, of all times to pick a fight.
You know what I caught him doing? Trying to date my doll for the night.
How could he? The whole Academy's going out on this maneuver.
Not him. His ship's laid up for repairs, so he and his unit can goof off. To help me, if I find out he's been anywhere near her while I'm away, I'm going to turn him inside out.
Eric!
You dirty space rat, what are you doing on this ship?
Hey, easy, Roger. I'm not here because I want to be, Manning. The Centauri unit's being split up for this operation. I've been assigned to the Polaris.
Well, glad to have you aboard, Eric.
Yeah, talk for yourself, Tom. What are we going to do with him? Make a mess, boy?
I got news for you, pal. I'm your gunnery officer.
Gunnery, that's my job.
Oh, I guess Commander Arkwright wants the ship to hit its target for a change.
Why, you...
Attention, all squadrons from command. Blast off 0. Stand by to raise ship.
This is it. Take your stations. Hey, come on.
Bridge control deck. Closing on Sector 12. Take course 290 for first leg of patrol.
Blasting through the cold black reaches of space near the planet Mars, Space Cadet Tom Corbett and the crew of the rocket cruiser Polaris begin their part in a gigantic maneuver, the defense of Earth against an attack from outer space. Now on the control deck, Tom briefs his unit mates on their orders.
We're assigned to Sector 12, here on the northwest quadrant of Mars' orbit. All we have to do is stay on patrol and report to Commander Arkwright if we spot the enemy fleet.
And if we don't?
Well, then we lose out on that week's leave that goes to the first ship to spot the fleet.
And lands the first shot. Don't forget that, Tom.
That's right.
Yeah, with you as gunnery officer, we don't have a chance.
I can say the same thing about you on the radar scanner, pal.
All right, you two, knock it off. I'm not finished yet.
Come on, pay attention to teacher, kiddies.
I just want to add that this exercise is divided into two parts. The first, which we're taking part in now, is the interception of the enemy in space by our own fleet. Part 2 will be the defense of Earth by the torpedo batteries on Luna.
Oh, skip the details, Junior. We're not in that.
Yeah, but we still have to know what's going on, pal, because we've got to clear the area. We're using practice warheads on our space torpedoes, but the Luna batteries are using live ones.
Hey, what's the idea of blasting good ships?
They're obsolete, Astro, ready for the junk heap. They're being towed in by remote control from the command ship.
Well, everything understood?
What's to understand? We just hang around till the enemy fleet shows up and then report. No sweat.
You just keep your face at that radar scanner and keep your eyes open. I want that week's leave.
Fat chance with that wall-eyed gunnery officer we got.
Wait a minute, Roger.
What do you want?
Now, don't start anything.
It's all right, Tom. Listen, Roger. For the last time, I didn't know Betty was your girl. I wouldn't have tried to date her.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Well, you don't have to believe it if you don't want to. But in any case, we're both on this ship to do a job. And to do a good one, we have to work together. So let's forget what happened back at Spaceport and start all over again, okay?
Go blow your jets.
Somehow I got a feeling there is going to be a fight on this ship, but I'm going to be the other half of it.
Forget it, Astro. He'll cool down as soon as we get into action. Look, you better stand by below. When and if we spot that enemy fleet, we may have to do some plain and fancy space flying.
Right. What do you want me to do, Tom?
I'll just take it easy, Eric. You go to work when Roger spots the fleet. Right now, that week's leave is in his hands.
Radar bridge to control deck. Have reached northeast limit of patrol area. No sign of enemy fleet. Change course 180 degrees. That is all.
Radar bridge to control deck. Have reached southwest limit of patrol area. No sign of enemy
enemy fleet. Change course. 180 degrees, that is all. Radar bridge to control deck. Have reached northeast limit of patrol area. No sign of enemy fleet. Change course 180 degrees, that is all.
Anything yet, Tom?
Not even a hunk of space, John Astro.
I guess they're coming in by another quadrant then.
Radar bridge control deck. Heads up down there.
Control deck, aye.
Tell that sharpshooter to wipe the fuzz off his eyeballs. He's got work to do.
What do you mean? Have you spotted the enemy fleet?
Yeah, 8 little clay pigeons, 5 cruisers, and 3 destroyers.
Good work, Roger. Get Eric fast.
Right.
All right, Roger, give me the dope. Range, speed, and course. I've got to alert the command ship.
Okay, here goes. Range 10,000 miles. Holding estimated full space speed on course 1652 degrees over the ecliptic. You got it? Right. And shoot it to command in a hurry before any of the other patrol ships report. I want credit for winning at least half of this operation.
Don't worry, Manning. I'll do my share for the other half.
Sure. But is your share going to be good enough? Come on, Eric. Hurry up, will you?
Yeah, coming, Astro. Listen, Manning. As soon as this trip is over, we've got a date. Just the two of us back at the mess hall where it's nice and private.
It'll be a pleasure, pal. You be there. I'll be there.
Don't worry, I'll be there waiting for you.
Holding full space speed on course 1652 degrees over the ecliptic.
Good work, Corbett. And my compliments to your crew. You're the first ship to report sighting the enemy fleet.
Glad to hear it, sir.
Here are your orders. You will maintain a parallel course with the enemy fleet and report any changes in heading. Cruiser squadrons 7 and 9 and destroyer squadrons 18, 23, 30, and 42 are converging in your sector.
Right, sir. When do we engage the enemy?
You will not engage until the support squadrons are in range. Your mission is observation.
Hey, don't we get a crack at those ships? Well, sir, does that mean we're not going to take part in the attack?
Not at all, Corbett, but you see, you are only contact with the enemy fleet, and that contact must be maintained for successful defense. Now, the support squadron should arrive within 3 hours. Do you understand your orders?
Right, sir.
Very well. Check with command every 10 minutes and report immediately if there is any change in course. End transmission.
Well, there goes our chance at that lead.
That's funny. They haven't changed course a bit. I think that the ship controlling them would have sent them into some sort of evasive maneuver. Come on, Eric. There's no point in wearing out the deck plates. Commander Arkwright won't give us the go-ahead until the support squadrons arrive.
That's not the lead I'm worried about, Tom. It's Manning. I want a chance to close his mouth for good. So help me, I'll...
Radar bridge control deck, check in.
Control that guy.
On the ball, Junior. I found us a target.
What do you mean?
There's a rocket cruiser holding position about 500 miles over the main enemy fleet, on the same heading.
So what?
So it's probably one of the enemy patrol ships.
Go on. It's probably one of our own, doing the same job we are.
Not a Chance, Junior. This is one of their ships. I've got our attack orbit all plotted. You ready? Well, now, wait a minute, Roger. We can't go blasting off like that. I better check with Commander Arkwright. What for? He said only to watch these ships in the fleet. Didn't say anything about any other ships. Well, the orders were to... Oh, hang the orders. Besides, how do you know this isn't something extra the old man's ringing in, just to see if we're on our toes?
Roger may be right, Tom. A fleet like that would have a picket ship out.
You want to go after it, too?
Well, if I were running the ship, I would.
Sure. And if you were a gunnery officer anxious to nail a target, too.
Our deck to control deck, check in.
Control that guy.
Hey, what's going on up there, Tom?
Well, Roger just reported sighting another ship over the main enemy
I
fleet.
heard all that, but what I want to know is what are we waiting for? When do we go after it?
You, too?
Hey, knock off the conversation, you guys. We're on converging orbit with that ship. If we're going to nail it, we got to do it now.
Well, Tom, this may be our only chance.
Yeah, and I sure want that leave.
All right, let's go get it.
That's what I like to hear.
Astro, stand by those rockets.
Ready and waiting.
Roger, feed us down on attack orbit.
All right, Junior, here it is. Change course 10 degrees left, 1 degree up. With the Mailer amidships. 10 degrees left, 1 degree up. Right. Hold her steady as she goes. Okay, Eric's ready to take over. He is, huh? Well, he better make it good. I won't give him another approach like this.
I'll handle my job, Hotshot. You handle your own. He's giving us a good approach, all right. Stand by forward torpedo tubes, Tom. 1 and 2.
Ready to fire. Remember, Eric, they're only practice warheads with some flash powder. They won't really explode when they hit.
I know, but they'll hit hard enough to knock a couple of holes in that hull. Hello, power deck?
Power deck, aye.
Give me full space speed. Maintain thrust evenly on all rockets.
Check.
Correct heading, Tom. 2 degrees right.
2 degrees right.
Hey, what are you waiting for down there? When are you going to fire? When we're inside that ship?
I'll fire when I'm good and ready, so shut up. Hold her steady as she goes, Tom. Steady. Steady, steady.
Range, 10 miles. 9, 8,
Stand by to fire.
7, 6, 5.
Fire 1.
Number 1 fired.
Fire 2.
Number 2 fired.
Come on, babies. Come on.
They're heading for the target, Eric. They're on the beam. Bullseye with both of them. Beautiful shooting, Eric. Beautiful.
Thanks, Tom. It's funny. At the last minute, I could have sworn I saw that ship start to change course.
Impossible. There's no one aboard. Hey, fellas, we nailed her.
Eric, old pal, I'm going to spend one full day of my leave shining your shoe.
Well, Roger, how about it?
Okay, so you hit him. What do you want me to do? Shoot off rockets?
That's right, Sorehead. Play it up. Hey, I better contact Commander Arkwright.
Rocket cruiser Polaris from Commander Arkwright.
Hey, there he is.
Polaris here. I was just about to call you, sir. I want to report engaging enemy patrol ship over main fleet and scoring direct hits with 2 torpedoes.
My compliments on the speed of your approach, Corbett, and the accuracy of your gunner. But, for your information, you did not hit an enemy patrol ship. You have just crippled our command cruiser.
I can understand a certain overzealous behavior, an eagerness to have the honor of landing the first shot on an enemy ship, to say nothing of that week's furlough. But the fact still remains that your disobedience of orders crippled my ship.
We're sorry, sir, but we didn't know.
Commander Arkwright from Fleet Command.
Stand easy, boys. Arkwright here.
Maneuvers are completed, sir. Defense fleet is withdrawing according to schedule.
Good. The torpedo batteries on Luna ready?
They plan to fire on schedule, sir, but we may have to delay firing.
Why?
When one of those torpedoes from the Polaris hit us, it damaged the remote control relay to the destroyer Prometheus. It's shooting off course. We'll have to wait until we can get a crew aboard her to set the autopilot.
It won't be necessary to delay firing. I'll have a crew aboard the Prometheus in 10 minutes.
Very good, sir.
How about the command ship? Will you need any assistance?
No, sir, we'll have her patched up in about 6 hours. But I'm glad those cadets weren't firing live warheads.
All right. Keep in touch. Stand by. Well, boys, it looks as if we have a little work to do before we can blast back to Earth. Manning, Radisson, you're both electronic and radar specialists, aren't you?
Aye, aye, sir.
Extra special,
Very well.
sir.
You're both detailed to adjust the autopilot on that destroyer. Use the jet boat to get aboard.
You mean the 2 of us alone, sir?
Do you want me to go along and hold your hands? Of course I mean the 2 of you alone. Now blast off. You have only half an hour to do the job.
Yes, sir.
Come on, pal.
Sir, maybe I better go with Eric.
Or I could go with Roger. I can do the job,
So
sir.
what's the matter with you two? Why can't they do the job alone?
Oh, well, they can't, sir. It's just that
They're not exactly used to working together.
I'm not asking them to fly to Alpha Centauri. It seems like a simple job, and I see no reason to change my orders. Besides, it seems that they were personally responsible for the damage, so it's their duty to correct it.
Yes, sir.
Get along, Corbett.
Right.
Get them as close to the destroyer as you can. And call me when they're aboard.
Yes, Commander.
Isn't there something we can do about stopping this?
You heard him, Astro.
Yeah, but those 2 guys are madder than ever. They're blaming each other for crippling the command ship.
I know. And I hate to think of what might happen when they're alone together on that destroyer. Autopilot servos are down here on the power deck. It'll only take us a minute to adjust them.
And they're still aboard. The ship's been stripped to the bone. Hey, watch yourself. That girder's loose. If it falls on you, you'll feel it.
Yeah, that'd make you real sad, wouldn't it?
Suppose we get this job finished before we tackle personal matters.
Suits me.
Here's the main servo housing. You'd better contact the Polaris.
Okay. Rocket cruiser Polaris from Prometheus. Rocket cruiser Polaris from Prometheus. Manning, calling target. Check in.
I understand, Roger. But hurry it up. It's getting pretty close to firing time. End transmission.
Everything all right, Corbett?
Yes, sir. They're working on the autopilot servos now. Should only take them a couple of minutes.
When will the Luna batteries open fire, sir?
In exactly 4 minutes. I'd like to see the boys off the ship before that.
Hey, everything sounded calm and peaceful between those two, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's not over yet, Astro. I won't be satisfied until they're both back aboard the Polaris in one piece. Okay, Eric. Ready whenever you are. Start feeding the power in.
Here goes.
Hey, take it easy, Junior.
I can't help it. The rocket heads are worn out. They're not firing evenly.
All right. Give me a little more. Little more? That does it. She's on course. Hey, take it easy, Junior. Look it on. Look out! Eric, look out!
Eric! Looks like we'll have to cancel it. Wait a minute.
Corbett, have they left the destroyer yet?
Well, no, sir. The jet boat's still in the starboard airlock.
What the devil's keeping them?
Well, they're both pretty careful guys, sir. I guess they want to make sure the autopilot keeps that destroyer on course.
Commander Arkwright from Fleet Command.
Mark right here.
Just wanted to report that the Luna space batteries have fired their first salvo, sir.
Right on time. All right, keep me informed. End transmission. Well, boys, I hope that Manning and Radisson realize that in less than 10 minutes, that destroyer will be blasted into space dust.
Must be some way to lift this thing. Sure, what a jerk I am. The main rockets and the gravity generators are cut down. I can lift this with one finger.
Relax, Buster. You don't have nearly enough muscle to move that thing.
Look, Eric, you gotta get to work. I'll try to lift and you try to roll out from under.
What kind of rocket jockey are you? Turn the motors off. It'll cut the gravity down to nothing.
I already tried that, but everything's hooked up to remote control. Nothing works. We gotta do this by ourselves. Come on, try to roll out.
It's no use, Roger. I can't move. I'm pinned on, sir.
What are you doing, quitting?
It's not a question of that. I just can't move. You can't lift this girder. You better blast off now.
What do you mean, blast off?
This ship is going to be kissed by a torpedo in a few minutes, remember? A torpedo with a live warhead. It'll make rocket dust out of even you.
Yeah, and if I blast off, what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna lift this by yourself, I suppose?
No, but no use in both of us.
Don't give me that hero routine, Junior. You're not the type.
Blast it, will you get out of here?
Look, you damp your tubes, Buster. I'm not leaving this crate without you. I'm gonna make sure that you keep that date behind the mess hall.
Blast it. Why can't they steer those torpedoes clear? They're being guided from Luna batteries, aren't they?
No, sir. This first salvo is armed with homing warheads. They can't be stopped now.
I see. Very well, stand by. There's no use, Corbett. In 5 minutes, those torpedoes will find their mark, and there's not a thing we can do about it.
Why can't we go down there and haul them off ourselves?
In 5 minutes, impossible.
Well, then, why don't we try to push the destroyer out of the way?
Those torpedoes are armed with homing warheads, Astro. The ones that are aimed at the destroyer will follow it all over space.
Sir,
Yes.
it seems to me there's only one other answer.
It had better be the right one, Corbett.
It is, if we can work it. We've got to stop that torpedo before it hits the destroyer.
Stop it.
How? By hitting it with one of our own torpedoes.
Oh, it's absolutely insane, Corbett. You're out of your mind.
I know it, sir. But do I have your permission to try it?
Of course. What else can we do?
All right, Astro, get into that chair. It's up to you to give me a clean shot.
Okay, pal, I'll have you looking right down the throat of that torpedo.
Now, Eric. Now, roll out. I just can't move.
That does it. I couldn't even lift a toothpick now.
Well, the last time we get out of here.
Yeah, you tempted me, Junior. There isn't time. The thing will hit in 3 minutes. I couldn't even get out of range.
Might make it.
Why bother? Besides, I always did want company in a spot like this. Even if it is you.
There it is, Tom. Heading 305.
All right. Hold this speed and correct heading 3 degrees left.
3 left.
Fine. Hold her steady as she goes.
Corbett, you have less than 2 minutes left.
I know it, sir, but I'll have only one shot. It's got to be good. Astro, stand by on forward tube number 3.
Standing by.
Correct heading 1 degree right.
1 right.
Stand by.
Less than 1 minute, Corbett.
Stand by. Fire.
Number 3 fired.
There's only a few seconds left. Those jokers on Luna know how to aim.
Afraid they do, Roger.
It's funny. Every other time I've been in a spot like this, I always felt I'd get out of it somehow. This time. Hey, listen, Eric, I don't know how to say this, but...
Hey, you're not going soft on me, are you, Manny?
Of course not. I just wanted to tell you that, well, maybe I made a mistake about you, and I want you to know that I'm...
Here it comes! Roger. Wait, we're still in one piece.
Yeah, unless this is heaven. Nope, not with you around.
I don't get it. Those torpedoes can blast a ship to splinters.
Yeah, somebody better tell Commander Arkwright his torpedoes are pretty crummy.
Yes, Cadet Corbett's aim was perfect. He blasted that torpedo with one of his own practice warheads.
And what about the 2 boys on the destroyer, sir? Are they all right?
Well, I think so. Corbett and Astro have gone over to get them. Oh, here they come now. I'll check with you later. End transmission.
Both all right, sir. No serious damage.
Radisson, how are the legs?
Kind of banged up, sir. But I was lucky. No broken bones.
You were lucky for a lot more than that, pal.
I
I still can't believe it. Did Tom really do it by himself,
He
sir?
certainly did.
From now on, I'm keeping my mouth shut about my gunnery. Well, that'll be a break.
Well, Corbett, suppose you take Radisson to his bunk and make him comfortable. After that, we'll blast back to Earth.
Right, sir.
I think we all deserve some rest.
Maybe a week's rest, sir?
All right, Astro. Maybe a week's rest.
Oh, thanks, sir.
That's great. That'll give you a chance to regain your strength, Eric.
Yeah? What?
Well, we got a date behind the mess hall, remember?
Oh, sure.
Hey, look, Roger, are you still off on that kick?
What's the matter, Junior? Kind of guy buy a friend dinner?
Don't miss the next action-packed adventure when Tom Corbett and the Space Cadets are trapped on the Mountain of Fire.